His Excellency Bobi Wine Aswazizza Anita Mulujjudde e Boston bw'Aleese Bwiino Omukambwe Atiisa.
And our First Lady talked about it yesterday. We had Anita among the chief thief complaining about our roads. Somebody is asking what happened to our expensive car. But these roads, ladies and gentlemen, can also be fixed. I don't think he wanted to step on too many toes, but if Right Honorable Senyonyi could speak on the corruption, then you would leave this room very depressed. 10 trillion is lost in corruption every year. 10 trillion shillings. Stolen by the people we know. I want you to go to YouTube and look for a complaint, a sulking by the Inspector General of Government, Betty Kamya, about corruption. And she was very clear about it. She said Uganda has all resources that we need. Challenge is that that money is stolen, not by a lot of people, by a few, a small fraction. Thank you. A small fraction of people. Now imagine, and I sat with my friends and said, how much? Maybe I'll have another microphone in the meantime. Now that money can do just so much. Let me give you this picture. Uganda has a total of 36,000 square kilometers of road network. Even going by these rates, the exaggerated rates, you know, the road building rates in Uganda are way higher than anywhere in the world. No wonder we have the most expensive road in the world. In the world, that Entebbe Express, the most expensive road in the world. Okay, let us go by their budgeting. With that 10 trillion that's lost every year, it is projected that in just a matter of 3 years, if we ensure that that bottomless hole that is taking our money is covered, that money can fix our road network, our entire road network, in 3 years. If there was political will by the leaders that are in charge of a country. So you see, what we want achieved can be achieved. It only takes people that love the country. You know why it's not being fixed? Because that money is needed to bribe the people that no longer support the dictatorship. That money is needed to buy people, to pay them out. Corruption is now a currency in Uganda. It is what is sustaining the regime. So once we end that corruption, yes, it will mean that even me as president, I won't be able to use that corruption to stay in power for countless years because I'm not even interested. So when we get there, we are going to achieve that. Those things are doable. Those things are very, very doable, ladies and gentlemen. And like Lope said, and I agree with him, it is possible. It is possible to have an inclusive economy where the numbers that are presented to world forums are not only representative of a few people that speak the same language and look like each other. It should be reflecting the entire prosperity of a country, from the north to the south, from the west to the east, everywhere. We need to fight that poverty, but that poverty is fought by just a stroke of a pen. To give back the economy to the people and make it inclusive and ensure that wealth is not restricted to only one group of people. That employment is not restricted to only one group of people. To ensure that people have back the things that used to make them rich. Many of you here were educated on coffee money. But you saw what they did to coffee. Same thing they did to cotton. Same thing they did to tobacco. Same thing they did to vanilla. And now, even the lakes have been taken over. So we want to give back the economy to the people. And we are going to do that. We are going to do that. Our country is rich. And that wealth is going to belong to Ugandans. Today, I was in South Africa. And I was intrigued by a presentation by Honorable Nsamba from Kasanda. Honorable Nsamba comes from Kasanda. You all know Uganda exports gold in large amounts. We export up to $3 billion worth of gold from Uganda. Did you know that? $3 billion worth. $1 billion, not billion shillings. We sell gold worth $3 billion every year. In Uganda, 40% of that gold comes from Kasanda. In Kasanda district, there is no single tarmac road where 40% of $3 billion comes from. I'm not going to talk about their hospitals, their health cares, their health centers. I'm not going to talk about their schools. There's no single tarmac road in Kasanda. Okay? All the places, all the lands where gold was discovered were taken over by the Museveni family exclusively. If it's not Museveni, it's Janet Museveni. If it's not Janet Museveni, it is this alcoholic. If it's not, it is Sodo. If it's not, it is Saleh. That is how it is. Okay? The gold business is for General Museveni's family. And I'm sure you people are informed. You know that recently the biggest deposit of gold was discovered in Uganda, which can transform our country radically. I am glad many of us are still relatively young and are still available there. Museveni will not take that money. That money belongs to people of Uganda. And these are things that I want you to teach everybody. These are conversations that I want to request you to have even when you're catching a drink, so that Ugandans, wherever they know that they are rich. Friends, we are rich. We are wealthy. All we have to do is to go and fight for that, our wealth, and get it back, and ensure that it does not go to individuals, but it goes to benefit our posterity. We cannot claim we don't know how to do that. So basically, the dream for our country is endless. I've not talked about our oil. I've not talked about the human resource that we are. The youngest population, the most enterprising population, scattered all over the world, having gained the skills and knowledge and connections. Just imagine what we can do to our country. Just imagine once Museveni is falling down and you see planes jetting in from the US, jetting in from Europe, jetting in from Canada, from Arab countries, going back home. Just imagine how we can turn that country upside down. I want us to have that faith. I want us to be dreaming of that every day. Every day. And it's possible and it's going to be done. Honorable Senyonya said it, and I agree 100%. It is possible. It has been done before. We've seen it before. It's not rocket science. We're not reinventing the wheel. We are just polishing it off, removing the thieves, and of course, confiscating whatever they stole. Now, that's a dream. That's an imagination that I think about when I'm lying on my bed and I both smile and cry. The imagination that all of us are looking at and say, man, I have to get to that in Uganda. But how do we get there? It's very important. Maybe that's part of the reason why we meet. That's why we must burn the midnight candle. In my own view, there are different ways. But in my view, there are two main ways. One, by violence, by force, by fire. And by democracy. Yes, I know when you talk about the easy way, many people clap. Clap, clap, clap. Those who believe in violence, clap. It's okay. It's okay. But I will disappoint you that we chose not to take the violent way. And I talked about in Canada. I told them we can choose to pick guns and beat the hell out of these idiots. We can. We are young. We are strong. We are more exposed. We have nothing to lose apart from